pray that none of you can hear the rustling upstairs, because he won't stop stomping. I'm this close to yelling. This close. Hi guys, welcome to another cosplay video. Today's video, I'm going to show you how I made my new and improved Deceit cosplay. I've had a few photos of my Deceit look, however, it's very poorly made, literally just made, and so you can see this up. But when and if the time comes, I would actually like to go out in public, whether to a convention, or I don't know, when I actually get to make Sanderside's friends that live close to me so we can cosplay together, I would actually like to go out in public and not have a halfway destroyed cosplay. I did a few things a little different for this cosplay because I wanted to kind of change it up. Part of me is wanting to do it a little different and make it a little more, I'm going to use the word elevated. Another part of me was getting really frustrated with a certain part. You will see which part very soon. And I decided to leave it as it is, so it's not going to be exact. However, if you wanted to make the outfit, then hopefully this will help you. So I'm going to start off by doing the easiest part, which is the cape. Now for the cape, I kind of followed the tutorial on BuzzFeed Nifty. I used satin for this. Now, for whatever reason, I bought a literal load of black satin. I used black satin and gold satin. I probably next time, if I were to remake the cape or whatever, I suggest maybe not going with black satin just because it was a little too shiny. That was bad judgment on my part. I feel like having a matte fabric, not shiny fabric, would work a lot better. I mean, I still like it. I think it still looks nice. However, I am very happy with the choice of going with gold instead of yellow for this look. The only reason I would not be too fond of the gold is because I still have the bright yellow gloves, and the hat and the gloves I got off Amazon. Alright, so I slightly changed the buttons on here. As you can probably tell from over here, it is no longer like poked through the hole. I actually hot glued the button. Since the chain I got is supposed to be made for a necklace that I got in the jewelry section, come on camera focus, it actually comes with these little, like lobster clasps. So what I did, and okay, it doesn't want to focus that well, is that I actually got some pliers and got this clasp instead. To hide the clasp, because it is bulky compared to the rest of the chain, you could always make it like closer so it's hiding more so under the button. But yeah, so you don't have to worry about poking through a hole and ruining your cape like I did, and just, you know, basically sew this side on the same as we did this side. So for the shirt, I was having a lot of trouble trying to find a good base for the shirt. I looked all over Amazon. I was trying to find something because I know Joan answered a question on Tumblr about Deceit's look, and it was kind of Jack the Ripper-esque, so I tried looking up Jack the Ripper costumes, maybe could find a decent shirt or whatever. None of the Jack the Ripper costumes were even remotely close to how Deceit's jacket looked. I then looked at steampunk and Victorian, it just like nothing fit. And then I kind of went into this kind of Amazon hole or little place, and I found a plethora of other jackets or tops that could work. The only problem was that, or a few problems, was that they had barely any reviews. So very few reviews, barely any reviews. Maybe the reviews were like 3 stars kind of, or 2.5. Even though I knew I was going to be destroying it, so if it wasn't made properly, that's fine. It's going to be changed a lot anyways. But kind of along those lines, they were also pretty, they were on the more expensive side. And I can't justify, if something is more than, I'm just going to say 25 bucks, I cannot destroy it unless maybe I've had it for like a year or 2. That's kind of my rule of thumb, because I've destroyed so many things in my past. I'll put some of the things I found on Amazon on the screen so you can kind of see what I was looking at. But again, I was just like, I couldn't justify it, so I was kind of in limbo for a little while, a little bit like jacket limbo. And then I came across Target, and I kind of took a poll on my Instagram stories. So I found this gray kind of button-up shirt at Target. A lot of you guys said yes, it looks fine for a Deceit base. Comparing it to Thomas's, I know it's not going to be perfect, but it's the best I can do. I got the oversized shirt. I believe I got a large in men's because I wanted extra fabric to work with, because I did not want it to look like a shirt. I wanted to look like a jacket. So I basically removed all the buttons I had on there, even buttons that I don't really think I needed to remove, like on the cuffs, but I just didn't want any buttons on there. I didn't see any buttons except for in the front. There were different buttons. Thomas's look, I did not want any buttons. They were leaving. I then added gold trim everywhere. Now, if you have a sewing machine, you can easily sew all the trim, all the hemming on there. But because I no longer have a sewing machine, and even if I did, I would not use it, because I'm tempted to take a sewing class, because I know how to sew. I can get the stuff done, but it goes very slowly because sewing machines hate me. They truly hate me. So I no longer have a sewing machine. I do everything by hand, or I hot glue, or I use hemming tape, or I try to find another kind of shortcut. Sometimes those things can make it a little stiff, but it's what I got. So if you have a sewing machine, I suggest doing the sewing machine method. Or if you have more patience than I do, because with each project I am slowly losing my patience and my sanity, maybe hand sew it. But hemming tape is my best friend. So that is what I used. Hopefully you can kind of make sense of what I am doing in the clips I'm showing you, because there are times where I'm like, ooh, this worked. I'm like, oh no, this worked better. So things were kind of all over the place. I was getting to that point where I just wanted this finished. Also because silk or satin sheds, not sheds, it frays. I want to say sheds a lot in a clip soon, but I meant frayed. What? Now, onto the buckles. I was kind of having a headache throughout this whole project, but now my brain is like this, so close to exploding. The buckles. Now, the picture I had, now, when I was getting ready to think of a way to do the buckles, I was on Tumblr and I searched Deceit Sanders, Thomas Sanders, Deceit, you know, just looking up like pictures or screen captures of the character, or even going by fan art too. But with each time I searched, it was always like within like once a week or once every 2 weeks. It was just like, it was kind of buried underneath likes. But I had one saved in my photos for when I was ready to go to Joann Fabrics. So I went there the other day and I was looking, well, I looked online first and I couldn't find anything, but I'm like, it's probably better if I look in person. Just searching this very small section of buttons and buckles and all that jazz to make like buttons on a shirt. And I was getting very, very frustrated because I really wanted to go home. I told my anxiety, hey, can you chill out and just go, like, just chill in a corner for a few months, because I am getting so frustrated. I gotta ask someone for help. So I asked this lovely lady, hey, I have no idea how to do this buckle. I have a very blurry picture. I'm sorry, I cannot get a clearer picture. Do you have any idea how, like, if you were to do this, how would you do this? I will take any ideas, just anything at all. And so she helped me. So I got a few of these buttons that I actually did use for this outfit. And then I also got these rectangle rings, which I did not use at all because they're just way too thick. They're way too long. They didn't work. And then I ran out of buttons, so I couldn't go to Joann's for a while, or at least until the next day. So I'm like, I'm just gonna go on Tumblr, because sometimes I get in the mood. I'm like, I'm gonna go through all my Tumblr likes and I'm gonna delete some things that I don't care about anymore so I can find what I need to find. And I also, when I see a long post, I like it so I can save it to read later. And I'm doing this, and I come across a post that Rex Emmy, right? Sorry, they did a post on how they made their Deceit outfit, or cosplay. They have a clear picture of the buckle that I saved specifically so I can go shop for buckle pieces later. And I forgot about it until that moment. So like, fuck. So this is what I have so far with my Deceit look. The buckles has to be the hardest part of this whole thing, just because all the pictures and the screen captures and whatever, you can't really see it that clearly. I think I'm gonna do 5 buckles, trying to space them out as evenly as possible. And I actually put 2 buttons on each side. These are really heavy duty because they're actually a pain to undo. I'm also pretty sure I put this on backwards, so I won't do that next time. But I have a button on each side of this thing. I guess that's for the best, considering every time I do a Deceit look or do a look where the look is asymmetrical, I keep doing it on the wrong freaking side. Also, I have a ton of satin left over to use. Also, after this project, I am not using satin for a very, very, very long time because, as you can tell, hopefully, I don't know, it is just, this shit sheds. It sheds so much. So just be prepared for that. So I made this, you know, long strap, which the width is 2 inches, and I folded it over. And I sewed along the outside because when I tried to put the 2 right sides together, sew it and flip it inside out, it was very hard for whatever reason. So that's why I decided to do this. I then ironed it down so the part that I sewed was on the back. I'm going to hot glue the edges later so they won't constantly shed. This guy right here, when it's folded over, is about 4 inches, so we'll say it's like 5 inches, and so we have these 2 pieces to fold over so the edges don't shed. We're going to fold this over, and you're going to follow the instructions that it tells you how to put the buttons on the back of here. Where the buttons are, it's more pointed, whereas I made mine squared off. I don't really care about that. Once you do these buttons and you put them on there, that's kind of it. You're kind of screwed if you want to change it. And I am not remaking this at least anytime soon. It's kind of broken apart into like 3 sections, and I'll put the picture on the screen so you can see what I'm seeing. But we have these 2 little rectangular rings, and they are much smaller than these rings right here, which is why I did not use them. I could have easily chopped up my little buckles that I made and add more on and like hook them in a ring, but like I mentioned, I could not find the ring, a proper ring for this, and the ones I did find, I'm like, oh, these are perfect, and then they're like 2 fused together, and I can't really, can't really take apart the metal and then fuse the metal back. I don't have tools for that, so I can't do that. And you know what, I could probably find something on Amazon, find something online, but I've already spent so much money and so much time on this outfit that this is too much now. I can't. So this is how it's supposed to look. This is how mine looks. Yes, I know it's not supposed to look like that. I don't care. I don't care anymore. And you know, I was even talking to my mother and stuff. I'm like, obviously, since I made this and I'm getting really into like the details because I'm the one making it, of course I'm going to be more nitpicky about what I do, which, you know, you guys probably don't really give a shit, or it's just like, it's not that big a deal to you, but it's a big deal to me, okay? I wanted to look seamless and smooth and so elegant, and like, it's not as elegant as I wanted. I finally finished the buckles, and here is my Deceit cosplay. I'm certainly happy. This is obviously an improvement from the last one because this is actually a completed piece. I just paired it with black jeans and my boots. With most cosplays, if I can get away with just wearing black jeans and boots, I will, and I feel like that's kind of a look that kind of works with Deceit. So that's how I made my Deceit cosplay. Hopefully this helped you in creating yours. I freaking love bowler hats now. I want to wear them all the time. I love bowler hats so much. I need to wear hats more often. One other thing I kind of wanted to add, but I don't know if I should add, is I have a lot of leftover gold satin. So I was thinking about, I really wanted to line not the rim, this would be the rim. Well, there's already a black strap right here, but replacing that with the gold, I feel like it would just add another touch. I hope you guys enjoy this. I hope you guys are enjoying a lot of these crafting videos that I'm doing lately. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and hope to see you all next time.